and I am here with Carter of BDS Suspension to learn about this sick truck that's behind me. Everyone is assuming that this is a concept truck for Ford. What's happening?
While we think that's an awesome compliment, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this. Our team, the BDS engineering team, spent 3 months getting a brand new truck, tearing it all the way down, doing a ton of mods to turn it into this thing.
The side says Superduty 126. What does that mean?
Yep. So we codenamed this project SD126. What that stands for is actually the new short wheelbase, so 126-inch wheelbase. From the factory, they only offer this truck as a standard cab long bed, or you do the crew cab and all those options. But to do a standard cab, you can only do a long bed. So we took that, we cut along the factory seam of the frame, we shortened it up to do a short bed conversion. So now we have a real stubby short truck, that SD126.
And how do you think that's going to handle compared to the longer wheelbase?
Well, on the trail it's going to do awesome, much more maneuverable, but there's so many mods involved with this truck to take it to the next level. It's comfortable on the road, but when it hits the trail, for high-speed stuff, for trail stuff, tons of wheel travel. The fiberglass fenders we have on there open up so you can fit these 42-inch tires. We have Fox coilovers and Fox bypass shocks at every corner, along with our BDS suspension.
How much travel does this truck actually have?
Well, up front, we're using a 14-inch travel Fox coilovers and bypass shocks. So up front, we're getting right at 14 inches of travel. In the rear, the way we have it set up with the trailing arm design, the 14-inch travel coilovers are actually getting about 20 inches of travel at the wheel. With
the lift and everything, how's the turning radius?
Awesome. I mean, the shorter wheelbase definitely helps. On top of that, we did a couple custom things with the axles. Rather than being a standard F250, we upgraded to F450 axles. And by doing that, we actually gained 3 inches of width at the inner C. So we could do a couple different things with the steering angles and everything, on top of using a correct backspacing wheel to get it so we can have a nice tight turning radius. So it's good on the trail for that.
So then, does that make this truck a little bit wider than normal?
Yeah, it's quite a bit wider with the 6-inch fiberglass flares we have on there from McNeil Racing, on top of the 11-inch wide wheels and 13.5-inch wide tires. This is almost as wide as it is long.
I've noticed a lot of attention to detail on this truck. I want to start at the front here. I'm noticing a nice light bar and a winch. What's going on?
So yeah, there's a ton of accessories on this truck, and we're all made to look smooth and seamless and like they are from the factory. But up front, we have a Rogue Racing, their Enforcer bumper. That gave us a way to mount the Warren Xeon 12,000-pound winch with synthetic rope. We have a Factor 55 flat link in their fair lead. We have rigid lighting all over this truck to give it plenty of lighting at night. Going from there, all the way back, bumpers in the rear, lots of accessories.
The headlights are nice and aggressive. I know that if I was driving down the road and I saw that thing coming up on me, I would definitely get out of your way. Now, there's a ram air hood. What's happening in the engine bay?
Yep. So the ram air hood is from our friends at RK Sport. That actually allows more air into the engine. So we have a 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel onto this. Ton of power right from the factory, over 900 foot-pounds of torque factory. On top of that, we have an Easy Leak. It's their auto agent programmer. We have a S&B cold air intake and Diamond Eye DPF back-to-lock exhaust. A big thing for us was, being that we're going to be in Ford's booth, we wanted to try to keep all the emissions compliant stuff that we could. So, a lot of people are deleting all that stuff and going back and having a detuned truck. And while that is one way to do it, it's not necessarily legal in all 50 states. So a big challenge for us was trying to keep all the DPF stuff in there. So we ended up, had to shorten up the exhaust quite a bit to make it all work. But in the end, we were able to keep this truck DPF compliant.
Since you guys have done this frame-off build, have you done anything to the interior?
Oh yeah, I mean, our team went above and beyond with this build, from inside to outside, underside, everywhere. After cutting the frame down 18 inches and putting the short bed on there, then we moved to the inside. How are we going to integrate all these items that we need? So it has a fully custom interior with custom painted interior pieces. We have a full roll cage in there that integrates PRP racing seats and their 5.3 harnesses. So comfort and safety for when you're out on the trail. On top of that, we have a full kicker audio system inside with a nice big 12-inch sub between the seats. We have a Magellan TRX, their off-road GPS, is actually on an actuator that pops out of the center console whenever you need it. So if you're lost on the trail, you hit that, figure out where you need to go, and you can get back to the road.
So if you guys need good suspension for proper riding on the trails, where can they find more information about your products?
Yeah, so the best place to find us is on our website. It's at bds-suspension.com, or you can give us a call, 517-279-2135.
Great. You guys heard it here on Power Automedia.